Hey folks, welcome to the channel. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. There's not going to be any editor. This is just going to be raw, uncut all the way through. That's because my editors are either sleeping or they're on vacation or they got other shit going on like normal people do. So we're just going to send this straight to the YouTube. But we're going to talk about the patch notes. We're going to get you guys updated on the news. And then I'm going to go to bed so I can get up in about 6 hours to play the game for the wipe. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll get all that information for you. First up, let's get the screen changed before I forget and screw this up. Servers went down 2 a.m. Eastern. I'm not going to go through all the clock stuff because I forgot to bring it up, but 2 a.m. Eastern, servers went down. They're going to be down for about 8 hours for both Tarkov and Arena. Big updates for both of those. We'll go over Tarkov stuff, and then we'll touch on the Arena. If there's any patch notes, I didn't see any in here, but I haven't looked for them yet. Couple of quick things on the news, though. First thing in the morning, today, I guess, technically, the December 26th, 11 a.m. Eastern, Tarkov TV is going to be going on. So Battlestate will be doing this. Pretty much every streamer will be watching it probably. So we'll have to see what they drop, what they do. When they do these Tarkov TVs in the middle of before the wipe starts, usually they trigger something in Raid or they have some kind of event or something along with it. So we'll have to be kind of like they did with the Halloween event where they started the zombies. So we'll have to see where that's going to come in. Also, discounts. If you're interested in it, they do their Christmas discounts. They do this every year. It's going to go till January 7th. It doesn't account for if you're going to go from EOD to Unheard. That's still just $50. The other discounts, but this applies to everything else. I think including even the apparel unlocks. Yeah, so like even if you want to buy clothes and shit like that, buy stash space, it applies to all of that. So 25% off. Keep that in mind. Now the patch notes. These are insane. To be honest with you, there is some crazy stuff in here, and we're going to get through all of it. Starting off, they're going to add a new in-game event called Khorovod. I probably say that wrong. It's a Russian folklore festival thing. Has to do with dancing, singing, I believe, stuff like that. But it's going to come with a new task line as well as an achievement. Special themed in-game task chain that's going to be available as part of the event. This is probably only going to go to like January 7th. We might get more word on that. It might go longer. I don't know enough specifically if this is like a winter event or a Christmas type event. But it's going to be one of those things you're going to need to get done sooner than later. Completing certain event stages unlocks new features, including the Khorovod mode, which we don't know what that is specifically. Players who complete the main event tasks will receive a unique achievement and special reward. Khorovod mode will be available at a certain event stage on Shoreline, Lighthouse, Woods, Customs, Reserve, and Interchange. Objectives are to locate and refuel a generator, protect it for 5 minutes, light the Christmas tree, and after successfully defending the tree, players unlock the transit to the next location. So this seems to be kind of like a marathon kind of style deal. And the fact that it has to do with the Christmas tree does lead me to believe like January 7th or 8th, this event's going to be over with. So keep that in mind. Frostbite status effect has been added. Added a new status effect that reduces players' visibility and stamina. The effect goes away in shelters, near burning barrels, or when drinking alcohol. I think we've seen this before. We'll have to see if it's the same one. I can't remember what event it was, but there was an event where you got kind of a frost effect going. I can't remember if it was last year Christmas or not, but we've seen it. If it's the same thing, we'll see. Winter weather season. So we're going to have snow. The winter season has been adjusted to improve the visual and atmospheric elements on all locations. So improvements from last year, hopefully. Main changes: updated the winter environment visual effects, added snow drifts in various areas for more variety, added a winter themed factory, including snow and matching elements. That's going to be super cool, I think. Added a unique winter sound design for all locations. All right, now here's new content. We got the customs rework. We saw some pictures of this. Updated the old textures and material on the location and replaced the old objects with more up-to-date ones. Fully updated some of the buildings on the locations, replaced all opaque glass blocks on the location with transparent ones, opened 3 buildings on the industrial territory. I know where 2 of these are. I'm not quite sure where the third one is. If it's there's that factory building that's kind of next to the power switch it's been blocked off. It's underneath where that tower Sniper Scav sits on. I'm wondering if we got that one too, or if it's just 3 different ones over on the other side, over by what we call concrete or crack house. Added new objects to the location, including exploding propane cylinders. So now we've got labs and customs with these propane cylinders that explode. So keep that in mind. This is going to make things pretty interesting. Added new points of interest. So I don't know if we'll have to see. I'm guessing places kind of off in the less traveled areas, they might have added more stuff to go, visit. Like on the north side of them, or the is it the north side or the south side of the map? I don't remember. You know, up on the hill behind old gas or new gas, and like maybe over by Big Red and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. Just guessing. Added a new point of interest, or added a transit to Shoreline. This one kind of caught me off guard when I read it, but it kind of makes sense. There is a path there, but it's big and long, but whatever. Now you can transit to Shoreline from customs, and then added new exfils. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm not sure where they would have added them and how it's going to impact. I never felt like customs was short of exfils, and there's some more stuff later, secret exfils that the system they added that we'll talk about. But this seems like they just added new regular exfils, so that's interesting. All right, now we have our prestige system. Take a sip of water here real quick. Added a new mechanic for endgame players that unlocks a set of new unique rewards and allows you to start your exploration of Tarkov anew, retaining some of the progression. Prestige is available to players in PvP mode only. In the next iteration, I know people in PvE are going to freak out over that, and I can't defend it. I don't know why. It just is what it is. In the next iteration, some rewards earned for advancing to the next prestige level will be available in PvE and EFT Arena. To earn a prestige, you must fulfill several conditions. Reach character level 55, progress through certain in-game tasks. I'm wondering if that means like Kappa and some of the others. Build and upgrade certain hideout zones, so you're not going to be able to not upgrade your hideout. I'm guessing they're going to want you to have like Bitcoin farm or something like that. Have certain items and money in stash, so that means you're going to have so much money and certain items. It's kind of interesting. What they mean by that, like maybe you have to have a bunch of high-end loot to actually prestige, and then reach character skill level. Not enough specific. We'll know once we get. You're gonna have people prestige in probably. My guess is gonna be within 2 weeks, maybe faster, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Depending on what it is, we'll know about 2 weeks in. We'll know what all the requirements are. Each prestige level resets the player's profile, progress in EFT and EFT Arena without resetting the achievements. Prestige levels, Arena, Armory progress, and statistics in EFT and EFT Arena. So basically, your unlocks in Arena don't reset, your achievements don't, and statistics don't. So like when you look at your stat screen, that isn't going to reset to 0 or anything when you prestige, which is interesting. When earning a prestige, you may choose to retain some equipment, a certain percentage of character skills, and weapon mastering. Don't know why they do that. Prestige should be a full wipe in my opinion, but I'm old school from old school Call of Duty when you completely lost everything when you prestige. You just got your little emblem, but it's Tarkov, so they do what they want, I guess. In patch 16, a total of 2 prestige levels are available. In future updates, 8 more will be added, so up to 10. Right now, only 2 are going to be added, but I'm guessing maybe this, not like the next wipe, but like maybe come springtime, we'll get some more prestiges added. Prestige levels and rewards do not reset with wipes and will remain with the player forever. That's interesting. Prestige rewards cannot be obtained in any other way. Rewards for earning prestige levels. Special icon next to the nickname for each prestige level. Added next to the player's game edition icon. Main menu background. Armbands, Dogtag styles, hideout styles, new PMC gestures, mannequin poses for the gear rack. Postures for hideout customization, special melee weapons, additional daily tasks, additional weekly tasks, plus 1 charisma skill level. I don't know. That just seems weird. That's I don't know. And then achievements. So I guess you're gonna get more achievements, or it's gonna give you an achievement. I'm guessing it just gives you an achievement. The list of rewards will be explained with each new prestige level in the future. We plan to add character appearance, voices, unique tactical clothing, uppers and lowers, hideout style, shooting range targets, stash expansions, Tarko figurines, and much more. It's wild. All right, so new weapons and equipment and loot. I got pictures of some of this stuff. The RSHG-2 is a rocket launcher, Russian AT-4, I'm guessing. I don't know how comparable it is to the AT-4. It looks like the AT-4. It's a single-use, fire, throw it away kind of deal. They make, it does have both anti-armor and anti-personnel versions of rockets for it. So we'll just have to wait and see what kind of ammo we get, and if we're going to be able to like kill the BTR now, or what the anti-armor kind of stuff's going to be. The Seiko M10, TRG M10, 338 bolt action. This is a sniper rifle. We've seen pictures of it. The Alcus Defense Velociraptor 300 Blackout. This thing is wild looking. It's 300 Blackout, so I don't know if this is the right picture of it. This is just one of the better ones I could find on the internet. I didn't spend a lot of digging. It is something that we had teased to us back in 2019. May of 2019 from BSG. This is it right here. Obviously, it's come a long way since then, but old stuff coming back. It's kind of wild. But now we have another 300 blackout rifle. Seems to be it's going to be some kind of AK kind of platform, which is interesting. The Saiga 12K 12 gauge automatic shotgun. So an automatic shotgun now. So now we have the A12. Now we have the Saiga automatic. And then the FN Scar X17 7.62x51 assault rifle. I don't know what this is going to mean. We saw a picture of it. We weren't sure if they were going to redo lowers. So this is a third Scar. It's kind of an aftermarket lower. It's going to be the same outfit that sells that, or it's the same outfit that makes the drum mag that they're adding for the Scar as well. So we'll just have to wait and see if it's just going to be a better version of it or just a cosmetic change. Akula push dagger is just one of those fist dagger kind of deals. And V40 mini grenades. These are in arena already. They're like little golf ball grenades. Added new model and animations for the PP19 Vityaz, the Saiga 9, the SIG MPX. So updating some really old weapons. Added various new weapon attachments, equipment, barters, and other items. That's just a catch-all for probably 50 to 100 changes when it comes to new attachments and barters and stuff. That's usually how they do it. Updated the icons for numerous barter and equipment items. So just, I guess that just means a little item that you see. Maybe did stuff to make it stand out better and easier to tell. Continuous healing. This is another big change that we're getting. This is something I've been wanting forever. I don't know how the implementation is going to be here. It's kind of weird to me, but continuous healing is the ability to heal all body parts in a single use of a med kit. When selected, the med kit will treat all injured body parts sequentially and, if possible, remove negative effects. Med kit treatment priorities: body part with heavy bleeding, body part with light bleeding, body part with a fracture, body part with a most missing health, then head, then thorax. So that priority, it would be nice if we could change that. For me, I would always want my thorax healed first and then go to everything else. Maybe thorax, head, then everything else. Or maybe head, thorax, thorax, head, everything else. But if you can turn this on through the process that's going to be here, and then still use the drop down selection to pick where you're going to heal. Or like, let's say you go into your character screen and you drag a grizzly over to your thorax, it heals the thorax, but then continues to heal everything else. I'll be okay with that. We'll just have to see how this actually functions, if it's good, if it still needs some adjustments. But they say activating continuous healing is available. You're going to have to do this in settings. In the game settings, when replacing standard healing with continuous. By pressing the hotkey medkit button and selecting full treatment with the mouse wheel, you must also select the release button type in the settings for this slot. We'll get this figured out and probably put a short guide, like a 10 tips video for patch 16 or something with stuff like this in there, so you guys know how to do it. Try to get that out as fast as we can. All right, hidden exfils. This is a new kind of crazy mechanic. Didn't see coming. The new feature allows players to find unique ways to leave the raid while exploring locations. Hidden exfils do not appear in the list of available exfils at the beginning of the raid. They become visible only after finding a special in-raid item. So you're going to find loot, and it's going to have an extract tied to it. Once you get that, hidden exfil information is visible to the player who found the item and all the members of their group. All players in the area where the hidden exfil is activated can exit through it, even if their character had no information about it. So what I'm saying here is you find an item. Let's say it's a hammer, and you use that hammer to break a lock, and now a random doors open that you can extract on streets. It says players in the area. I don't know if that means all of streets or if that means in close vicinity will be able to use that extract once you open it up. It doesn't seem that they're going to know it's open, but they can check it. Hidden exfils are available for both PMCs and player scavs. Features of the special items for hidden exfil activation. Each hidden exfil on location requires its own unique item. So we don't know if there's multiple or a single or how this is going to play out. The item cannot be taken out of raid. It will be deleted at the end of the raid if it was left unused. So if it's going to be a one-use item, you're going to use it, it's going to disappear. If you don't use it, it vanishes when you extract. So no souvenirs. Once used, the special item disappears from the player's inventory. Hidden exfils are available on custom, shoreline, reserve, lighthouse, ground zero, factory streets, and woods. So labs and interchange didn't get hidden exfils, which sucks because interchange needs more exfils. That would have been a nice feature for interchange. Don't know why I didn't get them, but it doesn't. So those are the maps. We'll spend tomorrow finding them, or today, whatever. BTR driver storyline. This is kind of cool. Added a task line for the BTR driver. The chain starts at mechanic with the task A helping hand at level 20. Completing the chain earns the new achievement and unique rewards such as barters for new items and weapons, customization items, and more. The task chain will also be available for completion after Christmas event. Excuse me. Woods added a new BTR stop, train depot. This is going to be the new train area. Seems like that's going to be all unlocked and open now, hopefully. Updated the BTR route. Increased the BTR spawn chance from 70 to 80%. Okay, weird, but all right. Hideout customization. Added the ability to customize your hideout as well as the ability to visit your friend's hideout when viewing their profile. So they've talked about this for forever, man, since they've added the hideout basically. And I just wrote it off as something we were never going to see. So you can go visit your friend's hideout now. I just wonder if we can prank each other and screw with each other's stuff, turn our TVs on or change our lights. But you can customize the hideout's floor, walls, ceilings, shooting range targets, place posters on the walls, and place some collectibles on the shelves and tables. This is cool. This is really cool. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, what the hell? They need to fix the game. This is just something cool. I like it. Hideout styles are unlocked for character level, completing certain tasks and certain achievements, like they talk through prestige and stuff like that. Shooting range targets are unlocked by leveling up the shooting range zone and completing certain tasks. Ability to mount posters and items is unlocked as you upgrade the hideout. Posters can be found as loot on all locations and for earning prestige levels. Installable collectibles are identical to the Hall of Fame zone. Okay. So my guess is the things that you can actually put around the hideout are going to be the same kind of stuff that you can put in the Hall of Fame. So you won't be able to like place a tank battery somewhere, or maybe you can. When viewing someone else's hideout, you can access their shooting range to test weapons and the gym to level up your skills. Nice. You can use somebody else's gym. I hope you wipe it down when you're done, as well as being able to switch the hideout's lighting. All other zones and item crafts are unavailable when viewing someone else's hideout. It's going to be fun. Achievements. Added new achievements. All-wheel drive can be earned for completing the BTR task line. Did I skip that? I thought they said something about the BTR task line being available. Oh, yeah. The task chain will be available for completion after the Christmas event. So keep that in mind. So new achievements. All-wheel drive. That's what the BTR gives you a wallpaper style. Khorovod, this is the one, the winter task. We're going to get Bear and USEC winter upper clothing based on what you built, which is cool. Reward changes. So they changed a bunch of these. I'm not going to go through them. You can look at them. It's a bunch of different tasks. They changed the rewards. Or I'm sorry, this is where they added a bunch of the rewards for hideout stuff. So you can look through that. I'm not going to read through every one of them. Tasks to oversee trust, part 1 and 2 removed from the game. So these were the final Lightkeeper tasks that unlocked the armor or the shirt from Night. I forget what it was called, but that's what that was involved in. So I don't know what they're going to do with changing that. We'll have to wait and see. Additional requirements the same, such as trader reputation, character level, and the clothing money value. Players who have previously completed the listed achievements will receive the rewards when they log into the game. There you go. Character customization. Added winter clothing kits for Bear and USEC available as rewards completing the in-game event, as well as new unique kits available in the expansions section at escapefromtarkov.com. I went and looked. The clothes aren't in there yet. Probably waiting until the patch comes live. We'll see. Also added the Snowman t-shirt, which was available during the winter free weekend at NEFT Arena. If you got that, that'll show up you can wear that on your PMC from day one. Updated the game engine to Unity 2022.3.43 F1. Unity 2022 is finally here. I want to say we've been talking about it since the summer of 2020. And back then it was 2023 we're going to upgrade to. There's a lot of... Anyways, new Unity. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the game's not a shit show. We'll have to wait and see. Fingers crossed. But people can stop asking about it. We can finally have it. Improve the system to combat the use of banned third-party software. Did they do anything about cheating? There's your answer. Yes. Will it matter? We'll see. Audio, updated Meta XR version audio to 69.0. It's got to be good, right? If the audio version is 69, it's going to be good, right, chat? Right, guys? Right? Hopefully. We'll see. And Meta XR Audio isn't a new engine or anything. It is just the new name for Oculus Audio, the audio engine they went to in, 2021? I don't remember. 2022? A while ago. Implemented the dynamic variation of the movement sound hearing radius depending on the movement speed and type. Improved the attenuation curves and sound filtering depending on the source's vertical positioning. Sure. Added a new reverb system for all locations with a physical model based on calculations of the real environment geometry, allowing for a new immersive experience and helping to improve sound spatialization. Okay, this is a fancy way of saying that reverb is going to help you tell where somebody's at. But I heard from, I didn't check this out in the ETS when they were testing it. I heard a lot of mixed opinions on this. I heard from people that absolutely hated it and people that loved it. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this pans out. Jury's out for me yet. Like I said, I heard from people that I trust and know, not just Spurgs, but actual smart people. Some people liked it, some people hated it. So just to wait and see. They removed the option to select binaural audio in game settings. This is going to send some people over the edge. I don't know if Glorious E still does that. He was adamant about not using binaural audio, and that's how he's always played. I don't know if he's still that way, but there's a lot of people that are like that. This is going to be a pretty big talking point, I think, for a couple of days. I know why they did it, but it's also going to require some folks to make some adjustments to their audio so that their audio actually functions properly with this being on all the time. It's also going to be interesting because there have been, I think, every wipe for the last 3 wipes, there's been a week or two where the binaural audio being on has caused massive performance problems. And it's not for like a whole wipe, but there's always a stretch of time, it feels like every wipe where that happens, some kind of bug. And now that we don't have the option to turn that off, there's no way to work around that. Hopefully we don't have that problem again. Visual recoil changes. Man, I don't want to talk about this a ton. We'll go through the patch notes here, but this is just going to require a bunch of testing and comparison to see what it actually means versus what they say, right? Added random weapon sway and horizontal rotation. Implemented the visual effect of the bolt hitting the receiver. So there's going to be a visual effect of the bolt cycling. For those that aren't really familiar with weapons, when you're shooting a firearm, and this is why different firearms feel so different, is everything from the overall weapon hitting your shoulder, to just actions inside the weapon affect how it feels and how its recoil looks and feels. So it looks like they're trying to mimic that, which is super cool, but it has to be successful, and we'll just have to see what the final product is. Added a camera shake effect reflecting the buttstock hitting the shoulder. See, there's the second one. Added slight barrel sway effect for pistols. Shotguns now have the inertia and caliber power effect. I don't know what that means. Updated the third-person aiming animations. Recoil balancing changes. Reduce the camera lift amplitude when shooting full auto for all weapons. Reduce the recoil balance for the SA-58 and Scar H. Okay. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll do testing once we get out and see how it feels and how it looks. AI changes. Be prepared. Partisan, raiders, rogues, and regular bots can now use underbarrel grenade launchers. Obviously, partisan, raiders, or I've seen them on rogues, but I haven't seen them on raiders. So that's new. Regular bots can now. So the big one here, keep in mind, I have seen them on like Gus and Boss Mach, as well as Colontize guards, I believe, as well. So there's going to be GLs being flung at you by bots now, so keep that in mind. Improve the AI PMC behavior while searching for loot in PvE zone. Can't speak to that too much. I haven't played PvE zone in like 6 months, or 4 months, but they're improving the AI behavior there, and that's kind of a test bed for PvP. Fix several AI behavior and operation issues. Grenade damage mechanics rework. Okay, so this is going to be, this is either a nothing burger or massive change. I don't think there's any in between here. Could be wrong. Adjusted the mechanics of grenade blast damage, propagation, shrapnel, and blast damage shrapnel and blast damage take into account the ballistic settings of the environment geometry between the player and the center of the grenade explosion. So this could mean that shrapnel penetrates players, or you can't drop a grenade in a cardboard box and it doesn't kill you anymore. It can go through doors maybe now. We just have to wait and see, man. Guys, I don't know. This could be a huge change to grenades. And it could really make them a lot more deadly in certain situations. It could also make them less deadly. We'll just have to wait and see. Priority window selection. So this has to do with moving gear around in your hideout, I believe. Added the ability to select the priority window when interacting with characters in inventory, secure container, rig backpack, sorting table, and out of raid, or when out of raid by default. Container sorting table window is prioritized when it's open. So if you double click on a junk box, that is going to be your priority window. So when another window is open, the priority shifts to it. So whatever your window is on top, think of it like that. That's your priority window. When pressing Control left mouse button on an item from another window, character inventory, stash, etc., the item is moved to the priority window. So this is cool. This is super good. This allows you when you're like, let's say you're getting rid of loot after a raid, you can open up your junk box and just control click everything, and it'll move it right into that junk box quickly, and other stuff like that, ammo, all that kind of stuff. When pressing left mouse button or right mouse button on another window, item from another window, title bar, or when moving another window, it becomes a priority window. Stash is the default priority window if no other windows are open. Added a priority window button to the stash window. After pressing it, the stash becomes a priority window. The feature does not work in the mail, flea market, trading, equipment presets, scav item transfer screens, Hall of Fame, weapon rack, gear rack, cultist circle, zone windows. Okay. In-game settings, you can enable auto priority for windows, enable by default, enable manual priority for windows, fully disable this feature. Cool. If the manual priority is selected, added a prioritize this window button to windows containing slots. When pressing the button, the selected window becomes a priority window. The priority can be removed by pressing the button again, closing the window, or assigning another window as priority. When you close a window, the priority does not transfer to another window. Other logic is identical to auto priority. Dogtag style selection. Cool. I like this. Added the ability to select the dogtag style on character screens so you can change your styles around. Standard dogtag is available to all players. EOD edition dogtag is available to players who own Edge of Darkness edition and players who upgraded from EOD to unheard. So even if you upgraded, you can go back to your EOD if that's what you care about, which I know a lot of you do. The unheard edition dogtag is available to players who own the unheard edition. Duh. Prestige dog tags will be available to owners of any edition in PvP after obtaining the corresponding prestige level. So there's going to be more and more dog tag stuff added here. Quality of life improvements. Added a pop-up with confirmation of PvE, PvP zones switching to the main menu. This is a huge, how many people accidentally click on that window and then you're like 5 minutes of purgatory trying to switch back and forth. It's not 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. So having a confirmation is nice. Added the ability to scroll in the task item transfer window. Updated the character screen creation screen. Now the character's nickname, voice, and appearance settings are all in the same screen. Huge change, good thing, just small stuff, but does matter and makes life better. All right, so balancing changes. So they updated a ton of the weapons on ref. I'm not going to read all of these because there's freaking 20 of them in here, but looks like they went through and updated a lot of them, hopefully made them not quite so powerful, or made some of them better because they sucked. We'll just have to wait and see on what there is. There's a bunch of other adjustments to ref here too that were needed. Listing offers on the PvP flea market will be available for 2 weeks, or will be available 2 weeks after the end of patch 16 installation. So this means no flea market for 2 weeks, guys. None. Period. Nothing. You can't use a flea market for 2 weeks. You'll be able to use it to deal with your traders and stuff, but there will be no player-to-player interactions. This is going to change Tarkov. Tarkov hasn't been like this since they added the flea, basically. So this is a massive change to the gameplay. And you might be somebody who says, fuck this, I'm just going to take 2 weeks off. Don't blame you. Actually, I do. You don't be a pussy. Hardcore out for a little bit. See if you can make it. Don't just quit. Don't be a quitter. Don't be one of those people. Building and upgrading hideout zones now requires items with found and raid mark, except for in-game currency. All right. We'll have to wait and see. I think I'm excited for this, but I want the game to be more difficult, and that's because I have 10,000 hours. I know if you're not somebody who has a lot of hours, you don't want the game to be more difficult. What I hope they did with this is they adjusted the requirements of the hideout so that it's more in line with having to do this difficulty of it. Because if you have to get, 15 light bulbs found in raid out of raid, that sucks. It is what it is, but hopefully they did make some adjustments to some of these upgrades. Increase the maximum stack size for rubles to 1 million. All right, I guess good quality of life change, sort of. I have qualms with that, but it's something we won't get into here. Increase the maximum stack size for GP coins to 100. Increase the limit for bringing rubles into raid to 500,000. I think it was 400,000 before. Increase the limit for looting rubles in raid to 1 million, so you can bring in 500,000 and you can pick up another 500,000 once you're in raid. Increase the graphics card cost at ref to 100 GP coins. Increase the CPC mod 1 plate carrier cost at ref 2 to 32 GP coins and moved it to loyalty level 4. I love this barter. It was broken being at level 3. Level 4 makes it less common. It was probably one of the best armors in the game. So sucks, but needed, I think. It was kind of a broken barter. Adjusted the ergonomics and recoil control values for the following bipods. I'm not going to read them. They just fixed the bipods. Items from the following loot crates now have found in raid status. So these are your crates you get from Arena and you can transfer over. Before, the stuff wasn't found in raid. Now they are. So this is going to, like, some of this stuff, obviously it's always going to be valuable, but the supply crate, man, this is going to help you with your hideout. So if you get a supply crate in Arena, I would, in a daily, I would for sure try to get that moved over to your hideout, because that's just going to help you get shit upgraded. List of fixes. Fix the missing localization for certain gestures. Fix the soft lock when trying to outfit mannequins in the hideout. Fix the interface freezing when replacing a daily task with a new task from the same trader. Fix the PvE AI bot freezing after death if player received an achievement for killing them. Fix the wishlist notification when looting an unpacked container in a raid. Fix the attention skill points gain when splitting ammo stacks in a raid. Fix the missing slot for placing modifier items at the cultist circle. Fix the availability for context menus for loading magazines with ammo and raids. So this is, you could instant load mags in a backpack, cheese kind of deal. I think it showed up with Halloween. Maybe it was around before that, but that's when everybody noticed it was during the Halloween event. Fix the ability to quickly load ammo into magazines in a raid. Fix the issue when completing the Lightkeeper's task, getting acquainted. Good God, I hope so. I didn't get Lightkeeper last wipe. Couldn't get it. So that sucked. So hopefully that's actually fixed. Fix the incorrect grenade damage calculation for players wearing body armor. Huh. I wonder. Fix the missing rewards when completing a ritual at the cultist circle. So this is if you did your cultist circle and you didn't get anything. So huge fix there. Fix the weapon freezing at the mount point for observers. Fix the soft lock when trying to throw a grenade in a blind fire mode. Fixed several issues with visual, location geometry, and environmental ballistics. Fixed several issues in the system of dependencies and compatibility of weapon attachments. Fixed the incorrect grenade behavior when hitting fences and nets. Fixed the missing movement speed reduction with a blacked out leg after trading is bleeding. Fixed the issues in the BTR interaction interface. I think this has to do with money. Like, you wouldn't let you spend unless you moved it to like your pockets out of your secure container. So hopefully that's what that is. Fix the simultaneous playback of daytime and nighttime sounds on Lighthouse. Fix the ability to look through some walls on Woods and Reserve. We'll see. Fix the missing bullet damage after fixing him. Fix the missing bullet damage after fixing a malfunction in certain cases. Wait, so if you had a malfunction, I had this happen a couple of times. I had malfunctions and then my bullets didn't do anything. Huh. That's a shitty bug. Fix the inability to filter keys by condition at the flea market. Fix the incorrect raid experience calculation in certain cases, which result in a run-through status instead of survived. Fix the optic zoom writing format while using smooth zoom. Fix the errors when using the link search in the flea market. Fix the inventory freeze when picking up an item at the same time as another player. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff that's just not here. But that's the patch notes. That's everything. We will dive in. I'm going to get to sleep because I'm down to about 6 hours of sleep now. Get this uploaded, get it live for you guys, and we'll see you in the morning. As always, thank you guys for watching. No, like I said, no editing, no fancy outros, no nothing. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you in the morning. Wish you the best of the luck in your start of your wipe, and we'll see you in Tarkov.